So this is Summer of Necessity, day 77 in pictures. Today we went from Beaver Island all the way to Mackinac Island. So we crossed the lakes. We left Lake Michigan and we have re-entered Lake Huron. So we started the day in Beaver Island at a marina that, to our surprise, is closed.
But the maintenance guy was nice enough to give us the bathroom code and let us hang out for the day.
Yeah. So they had closed the day before, and so today was their first day of the off season. I thought that was really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a really nice spot. I really liked Beaver Island.
Yeah.
I think that was cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
We were able to go for a bit of a hike, a couple miles, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just around the north tip of the island near St. James. Got to see the lighthouse. Very cool.
Mm-hmm. The only red lit lighthouse, I think, that I've seen.
Yeah, it had red glass in it instead of a red light.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. And then once we got going, I don't know, maybe this is a bad picture to start.
Yeah. It's just, as soon as we get going, I'm out. The boat's moving. Nap time. That's not true.
That's not true. No, you totally did. Totally did. We started going at like 1 o'clock today, and we tried sailing right away after we got out of the little bay area of the island. But there wasn't enough wind, which was kind of crazy because we kind of felt a lot of wind while we were on the dock.
Yeah.
But there was not a lot of wind, so we motored for the first few hours, really. And once the wind finally did kind of like pick up, it was like too wavy. We were getting wind like basically coming out of the south while we were heading east. So we were just getting broadsided with wind and waves. And the waves were, I don't know, kind of like they would catch us kind of wrong, and it would just tip the boat uncomfortably, rock us back and forth. So we ended up just motoring for like 3 hours until we were like covered by land, which was, what was the park name? It was...
The Wilderness State Park.
Wilderness State Park at the very tip of Michigan.
Yeah.
And so once we were covered by land, then we were able to raise the sail, and that was good fun. And I think this is right about that time because you can see that the jib sheet is taut.
Yeah.
And Christina decided to take a nap. Just, to rest.
Once the water got calm. It was pretty amazing how as soon as we got behind the land there, that it was so much more calm.
Yeah, absolutely. It was sweet. And this is also a special day because it was the first day in Lake Michigan that we had raised the mainsail. Like, we had not raised the mainsail since Lake Huron.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy to think about. We made it all the way down there on just the jib and a couple spinnakers. A couple days of spinnaker. But it was the perfect day for it. Like I said, wind coming, at a beam to us. And so it was a real comfortable sail without any waves. It was perfect. With the jib, we were able to make like 3.5 knots. And with the jib and main, we were able to make 4.5 knots. So it was really nice. Good time. Sadly, though, the wind died later in the evening.
Yeah, just a couple hours later.
Yeah, so we were able to sail for only a couple hours today. But still, better than nothing. And we motored onward. And earlier, like even earlier in the day, before we had started sailing, you were able to see this. You were able to see the Mackinac Bridge.
Yeah, just 2 little toothpicks.
Yeah, I just thought that was so crazy. You could see, like, there were a few lighthouses marking the way because there's some shoals over there. But sure enough, not only could you see the lighthouses, but if you look carefully enough, you could see the Mackinac Bridge from, I don't know, 20 miles away. Something, it was a long distance. We saw it, and then it took us hours and hours and hours to get there. Even in this picture, it still took us a few hours. This
Yeah.
is after we lowered the sail, so even this is probably maybe an hour away. But you know how the camera tricks you into thinking that it's further away than it is. But that was real nice. We got to enjoy a nice sunset again.
Yeah.
Can't
Beautiful.
complain with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, bam, we came up on the Mackinac Bridge for the second time.
Yeah.
We passed by St. Helena Island, which is the island that we first anchored at.
Yeah, I loved seeing that.
Yeah, it was a cool little
Very cool.
memory.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy to think that, 2 months ago, almost exactly 2 months ago, we had come in to Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so 2 months later, we're leaving it. And that was just such a wild experience. And this is after we had already crossed under.
Yeah, that's a cool picture.
Yeah, the bridge is just cool experience. Highlight of the trip. Yeah. And we made it safely to Mackinac Island at night in the dark.
Yeah.
That was a little fun, a little exciting.
Definitely.
But yeah, it was great. And here we are docked right in front of the fort, in front of Mackinac Island State Park.
Yeah.
Cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah, really, really cool.
I was kind of, earlier today, I was hoping that we would get into Mackinac with some daylight left, but honestly, I'm kind of glad we came in the dark.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was really cool to see the Grand Hotel all lit up, and just the town was actually buzzing. A lot of people downtown.
There were a lot of people, especially for October 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy. Yeah, it was really cool to come in under the lights, I think. That was cool. And then even like walking around, we got to walk around the island a bit. And this is like on the shore looking at where we had just come from. Right? You can see the bridge here in its blurry goodness. And this is Mackinac City over on the side here to the left. It was cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
And then the real highlights of the day were all the delicious snacks we got to eat. Just some of Drew's favorites.
Lots of good food today. During our hike on Beaver Island, we found a couple apple trees.
Yeah.
Right? And you can see what I think of the apples.
They were a little tart, but
they were very tart. I don't think I was able to finish this apple, which is a bummer. We've got a couple more, though. We picked a few. Yeah. And then later in the day, gosh, this is such a funny looking picture.
I know.
Like, it was a sunny day today, right? It was a sunny day. Like, I put sunscreen on today because it was clear. I mean, look at that sky. There's no clouds there, right? You have no UV protection, right? And my neck was really feeling it. So, yeah, I put a t-shirt on my head. Okay,
It's
whatever.
okay, babe. Yeah, it was a great idea.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Nobody blames you for
Look at
it.
this. Look at this pepper, though. That is a delectable pepper.
Absolutely, just beautiful.
Yeah.
We got that at the farmer's market in Charlevoix.
Yeah. And it was tasty.
Yeah.
It was a very large pepper, but very tasty. And there's nothing wrong with what's on my head.
No, there's not.
Okay, absolutely great.
It's perfectly normal.
Awesome. So yeah, I think tomorrow we're just gonna hang out around Mackinac Island.
Yeah, maybe hit up the Grand Hotel.
Maybe go to the Grand Hotel for dinner. That might be fun. And then the next day, head on out for whatever we go next.
Yeah.
We gotta take a
Make
look at
our
the
way
weather.
down Oh,
We're
that's right.
We're gonna take a look at the weather and see if we're gonna go up to Lake Superior or if we're gonna hang out around here and make our way down Lake Huron.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Very exciting.
We'll see.
What's to come?
Yeah, we don't know.